Welcome back to the Reality Check. My name's Josh Spooner, host you on the show alongside Schwan Maroof.
Hello.
And CJ.
Right, guys.
Today we are joined by Queenie Gold.
Hello.
Give us a little, who are you sort of thing.
I'm an international dominatrix of non-pariel.
Okay.
I'm from London, born and bred.
Nice.
I'm a mother
Ooh.
of 4 children,
Damn, busy.
3 boys and a girl. They're older now, they're, you know.
What's it? Did you say non-periel? What does that mean?
There's nothing better than me, darling.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
What would you rate yourself out of 10 then?
I don't go up to 10, I only go up to 100.
Only up to 100. So 100 out of 100.
Absolutely.
You would change nothing about yourself?
No, because I've got to know myself. That's the best gift that I've given myself is, you know, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, like Chuck. You know.
Chuck the chicken, by the way, is our podcast mascot.
That no one's noticed.
Yeah. Guys, you guys start commenting about the chicken when you see it.
Clucking.
We have it in different places every episode, so...
Start clucking like Shawan has.
Also, guys, we are putting out an episode every week. We're working really hard, so please subscribe, show some support, leave a like. Otherwise, I'm going to get spanked by this ruler. And actually, we're going to attach a video here of Josh getting spanked earlier.
Mate, is it gay?
And much to his surprise, he absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I told you that off camera. You know what to say. No, but is it gay that I thought, when I watched the video back, I felt like I should have arched a little bit?
Yeah.
I did say to
It
you
is a
that
bit
you
gay.
were bending like a sissy boy, didn't I?
I'm not a professional bender.
No, but you were anxious, so you were looking to see when I did it. That's what happens on the first time. Really, you just have to touch your toes and hope for the best.
That was definitely my first time.
And you did.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed it.
I loved it.
So, your website, I've had a look through it, and
Okay.
Bet you did, mate.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
yeah, I want to know about a couple things that you offer.
Okay.
So, one thing is called cock and ball torture.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
CBT, mate.
Well done. Good
Thank
boy.
you.
You know a lot.
He's either been doing his research or he's played a part in it. Okay, I'm not
probably the
quite
latter.
sure. So let's see. Cock and ball torture. Yeah, men come to me, they want the most excruciating pain done to their cock and balls. It can be anything from me hammering their ball sack to a chopping board
No way.
to, I think I said to you that I lost a nail up there.
Up where?
No, tell us.
A nail up the canal, and I think you were thinking it was my fingernail, but it wasn't. It was an actual nail.
Oh my God.
How does a nail get lodged up an arsehole?
Because while I'm chopping I've got gloves on and it's quite slippery. I've got lots of lube, so I'm poking his arse with different tools while I'm doing it just to arouse him. And one was a nail, and the canal was never ending, so sometimes it sucks up, and I pushed it up and I couldn't get it back out, so I lost a nail up his canal. But I did say to him that if he pooed it out and saved it for me when I arrived and he ate it, that he would get a little reward.
What
Did he
the
do that?
fuck?
He didn't find it, no.
Oh, right. So just lost up there then.
But I don't believe he didn't find it. I think he was more scared of what the reward would be.
That
To putting them on the cross and kicking them with my heels.
Wait, what? Wait, do you...
Well, we need to go back
yeah.
to this nail thing. So you told him, so you lost a nail, like a hardware nail, in his arsehole, and you told him if he shits it out, his reward will be to eat it.
No, that wouldn't be his reward. If he ate it, the shit that was around the nail, like licked the nail clean, he would get a reward.
What?
This is revolting.
In your mind, I'm sure there's things that you do that we find revolting.
Like what?
I don't know because I don't know you. But, you know, in secret.
I don't do anything in secret like eat my shit or anything like that.
No, of course not.
But, okay, so... What is like a what do they wait also there's so many. I want to know what could be a typical reward, and we need to get back to the fact that you hammered someone's ball sack to a chopping board.
I think I've got a video.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, I'll show you the video.
Is it
after.
weird that I want to see it?
we can't exactly. Maybe we could make like a WeTransfer link. If anyone wants to watch it, they can
a
download
wee
it.
transfer link.
Yeah.
Wow.
A Dropbox. Actually, no. Do you sell those videos or anything, or no?
I do. I sell everything. So
So we're going to put a link to where you can buy her videos
Yeah.
if you want to see people's.
you know, on my OnlyFans page, I wear my stockings. I wear a new pair of stockings every time I do a session, and those stockings that I wear, I sell.
Wow.
So they'll buy my stockings,
You're a
like
hustler.
my knickers, my Queenie gold knickers on the front of that picture. I wear them. If they want a video of me exercising a bike in them, wearing them all day, it's going to be like 24 hours, 12 hours, however long they want me to wear them for, depending on the price. So yeah, I sell my used knickers, I sell my stockings. They want a bra, whatever they want, I'll sell.
Wow.
Wow, business lady.
Yeah. I mean, I've got stockings stacked up for days because I wear, you know, a different pair.
All right, let's clear up the second one. What would a reward be for eating the shit around the nail that was lost in my arse?
Could be anything from licking my feet clean after I've been to the gym to putting my stockings on for me, which is quite a light reward, but a big reward for them because they're not allowed to touch me above my knee.
Oh,
So when they can put my stockings on, they get quite close to the pom-pom area. And that's like, oh my God, mistress. You know, the eyes go goggly and everything.
So they're not allowed to touch you, really?
Absolutely not. And you know, 60, 70% of the time I'm walking around topless with stockings on.
Right.
So it's edging. I'm edging them to the edge of play. Yeah.
Do they come from this, or?
They can do, but if they do, they must lick it up and clean it.
yeah, I feel like that's a given.
So,
Clearly.
yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Honestly, this is
So-
crazy.
Did anyone clock when she said about the cross?
Yeah, what's all that about? Do you hammer someone to a cross?
It's a cross and it's got padlocks on it, top and bottom. So they're basically like a cross, a star. And then I'm there to do whatever I please.
Do you
What-
just boot them in the balls?
So they trust me.
To boot them in the balls?
Yeah, lots. I mean, I should have brought my shoes with me. My shoes, they're probably about 8 inches, 9 inches.
Like Schwann's?
Oh.
Yeah, there.
And yeah, so the heel of it goes into their bollocks. I mean, bruised and battered
Blood?
sometimes.
Have you ever ruptured a testicle?
No, I've pushed a testicle inside.
Oh my
You know, when it goes
God.
into the belly.
Yeah.
That we've had to go to A&E.
Oh.
Yeah, last week someone was in chastity and it was a glass one, and the glass broke inside and went into his cock, and I had to go over to see him in Kent to take him to A&E because I'd lost the key to the chastity case, which is why he had it on so long. So yeah.
Wait, explain that again. So what do you mean chastity?
So I'll lock their dick and balls into chastity, which is like a cage with a padlock on, so that they can't have any pleasure until they see me.
Oh my God.
So
If
I'll
they
come
want it-
and
if they-
I'll put my dick in like a.
I will put your dick in a cage with my padlock, and I will have the key.
Is there room to get like a boner?
Absolutely not,
How do I wee?
because it's got holes in it. It's a cage.
Oh, is it like a metal cage?
It can be metal, glass, plastic. Yeah,
But men get boners every morning.
not these men.
They have no choice. And I like, it was funny the fact that you said your padlock,
Of course,
which means they're not hiding a second key.
they have no. Listen, I buy the padlock.
That
They
is
pay for it.
terrifying.
So if I'm like locked into this cage, are these people just going to work with like a cage around their cock and
Absolutely.
their co-workers are not knowing?
Yeah.
You'd have
So
no
you
idea.
could be at work, mate, and like the guy next to you's got a cage wrapped around his cock. And how long did he have it for?
Depends. I mean, it depends. If they want me to take it off early, then they have to pay me to come and release it.
What would
Could
early
be.
be?
Early, 24 hours, 48 hours. But I normally leave it on for about a week.
A week.
5 to 7 days. I mean, that's extreme. But the people that
what's the longest you've ever done it?
Well, the longest I've ever done it is probably about 10 days when I lost the key. I'm not very good. I lost 10 debit cards last year. I mean, you know, who would trust me with a key?
Sorry, how did his dick get cut?
I have no idea. He said he knocked it, so the glass smashed of the cage.
It was a glass one.
Yeah, it was specially made.
He was trying to take that off.
Possibly, but he ruptured himself, so the glass went into his dick, which made it swell. So it was swollen inside a cage, bulging.
So
how do
I'm
you explain
guessing
that? How do you explain that to like A&E?
It's part of the humiliation that they love. So off I go with them.
So
how did you do it? And tell them the truth.
Oh my God, it never ends.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm guessing these people don't have partners, right? Because
You're guessing so wrong.
so what do you tell your partner for 10 days? What do you tell your partner that you're in A&E for, like your cock?
Because, most of my clients are of an older age, okay? Now, the older generation, they probably stopped having sex when they had their children. It's just a different generation. So the men that I see, most of them are married, 90%, I'd say. And their wives and partners don't even see them naked. It's not that relationship, not that kind of relationship. It's like an old school. It's like your nan and granddad. You know, they don't really, those kind of clients that I see, they get no attention from their wife at all. But I can tell you, I've probably saved about 200 marriages because they talk to me. And you know,
what do they
it's
talk
like a
to you about?
counselling session. Just different issues to do with their partner. And I see it from a woman's point of view. So they listen to me and they get a better understanding, really, of what's going on. I reckon I've saved a good few marriages.
Is this before or after you put nails up their ass?
During.
So how's your wife?
Take their mind off it.
How old are the clients? You said older generation. So we're talking like 60 plus?
Yeah, I'd say. I've got a couple of gorgeous 40-odd-year-olds. I tend not to have clients that I know I'm going to fancy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got a question for you. And I don't know if you'll be able to answer it, but what is the largest amount, like the largest percentage of race that you see, like colour, skin? Is it white?
This guy loves race.
I want to know, because I know these fetishes are usually in more the white demographic.
Okay. So going back 10, 15 years, I'd say absolutely, you're completely right. Yeah, old school white gentlemen that you would have no idea, you know, very high-powered jobs, judges, you know, politicians. But now, I think because of lockdown, the curiosity of everyone going on adult work and all these porn sites and seeing what's out there, because it's, you know, years ago you didn't see it online. We didn't have that social media. So now I've got a lot more mixed race people. When I say mixed race, I mean Jamaicans, Africans,
Everyone's looking at
Turkish. Yeah, so...
Any Kurdish?
One possibility.
One possibility. Nice.
But you see a lot of like half Jamaican, half Irish lads.
Yeah.
Half
Well, I'm not
Jamaican.
half Jamaican,
Half
so-
Nigerian.
Yeah,
No,
you got that
sorry.
wrong.
We'll see, maybe. We'll see.
Ah.
So I think it's upped its game now. It's
But it's more like an older people thing, right? So like,
again, it used to be, because it's a real old school trade. You know, ladies of the night and that kind of jive. But now, because of social media and everyone can see what's out there in the world, it's becoming more and more crazy.
What's the youngest client you've had?
I would never see anyone below 25.
Okay.
Because
I just turned 26.
why?
Listen, I've got a 22-year-old daughter. I've got an 18-year-old son. All their mates, you know, I just wouldn't. I'm a 49-year-old woman. Why? What? Literally, when they come to me, I'm literally training them to be a slave at that age. and they're like, and they're too excited. They're excitable. They're, I was like them looking at their mum. It just doesn't work for me. I mean, since I been on TikTok, I've been doing the TikTok shit. I mean, I get loads of messages from 18-year-olds. And I just say to them, I'm really polite, and I just say, you're too young. But if you want me to get you and refer you to a younger dominatrix, I'm happy to do that. And then because they're so young, they come back and they go, I just want a shag. So they don't really grasp and understand what it's about, but they're cute, you can't, let them go.
Do you ever do anything with needles?
Yeah.
What do you do with needles?
Down the urethra.
Huh?
You're probably a good person to try this on if they want to.
No.
I think we should, to be
Yeah.
fair.
No.
There's
It's
a
a good
medical
idea.
room.
Huh?
A medical room.
I have a phobia of hospitals.
I could put nails down your urethra. I can put all sorts, but you have to keep really still.
No.
Why? Why would you do that?
It's everyone's fetish,
Nails
isn't it?
or like urethra dildos?
We've all got a fetish.
Yeah, but that sounds more like a mental disorder.
But that's your opinion.
No.
You know?
No. You can't tell me that's my opinion. If you're
No, I can.
putting if you're putting sharp objects that could permanently damage you down your genital, that is a mental illness.
Okay, right. I know lots of people, not me myself, that buy white powder and stick it up their nose. I know lots of people that would turn around and say, you're mentally insane. Do you know what they've put in that? Are you fucking stupid putting that up your nose and in your brain? Okay.
Yeah, what's
What a
your
great
response,
point.
mate? What's your response to that?
Please.
So that's your interpretation that it's crazy and mad. My interpretation of crazy and mad is sticking drugs up your nose, not knowing what the fuck some drug dealer has put in it.
I think there's a big difference though.
Only
you take
in your
the drugs,
opinion.
and then, but I understand why you get a buzz from drugs, because it releases dopamine and gives you that high. But
So does this.
why? Well, yeah, but why do you need to put a sharp object down your genital to release dopamine? There's clearly some psychological issue there.
Why do you need to put cocaine up your nose? There's surely some psychological craziness going on there, thinking, oh, I trust him, he's a drug dealer, he wouldn't do me wrong. And then
Yeah,
you
but-
end up in hospital and they go, why did you do this? I wanted to get high. There's an insanity about that,
And,
true insanity. And you're putting something into you. Actually, this comes out. It doesn't, that's it. It's in and out. The high's done. That is in your body doing whatever shit it's doing to you.
I agree. If anyone does drugs regularly, there is also a mental issue there. So I'm not disagreeing with that.
Is there though? I don't think you're mentally unstable.
No,
if you're doing
it's
it regularly.
it's just
It
what you
depends.
choose
What if you're
to
a
do.
drug addict?
You
No,
know?
not a drug addict. I'm talking about if you just do it
Recreational drugs.
recreationally.
Yeah, recreationally. If you're doing it for
'cause
fun.
think about how
every
many
now-
people do it recreationally. They're not all mentally ill.
Yeah, but the
They are at the end.
Yeah.
I think the point is that if you need such a large amount of pain to receive that dopamine rush, there's an issue there with you. Whereas taking cocaine isn't causing that much damage to your body. Not the same as putting a needle down. All right, you know what? I want to know. Do you guys think putting a needle down your cock is the same as taking a bump of cocaine once every...
It's
Couple
absolutely
weeks.
different, but the psychology of why you would do it is, to the point of what you're talking about, is the same. It's your opinion and your choice what you do. So saying that someone's insane because they choose to have pleasure of that, there's lots of women that choose to have anal sex just to please their partner. It kills them like fuck, but they do it.
I get your point. I mean, it's
and
not...
that's their choice.
I mean, it's not... I get the idea of it. And it's not a bad way to explain it. I get it. My idea is just that if you need to receive that kind of pain, there's clearly some underlying trauma behind the reason why.
Well, most of the time it's not that they want the pain, it's because they want to please me.
That's
And-
interesting.
Right.
In a room of domination, where I am in a dungeon or a hotel, wherever I am doing my job, there's only room for one person to be happy, and it always has to be me, because I'm the mistress. So they will do whatever I choose.
So
You know, I've had clients that I've seen for over 20 years.
So they're getting an extra rush from pleasing you and then doing the stuff they wouldn't normally want to do in order to please you.
Yeah, and it's pushing them each time. I'm pushing them to the limit. So, you know, if you, as I said, I've seen some clients for over 20 years on and off, you know, sometimes they have a break. But every session we're pushing them to their limits. How far can they go? Am I your favourite submistress? Tell me I'm your favourite submistress. You know, it's a game. It's.
So I've got a question. Do you ever do anything like skat or like golden showers or anything like that?
Yeah, Queenie's golden shower is the best.
Explain
I did
it.
3 in one day the other week. I don't know if you saw my podcast. I was drained. Yeah, 3 in one day.
So how does that go about?
How do I golden shower them?
Yeah.
I put them in the toilet box.
Toilet box?
Yeah, there's like a box with a toilet hole at the top, a toilet seat at the top, and a hole where their head goes in underneath. And I either stand up and piss on them, or I sit down and piss on them.
How are you trying to tell me these people are not mentally ill?
Just
mate?
stop that argument. You're never going to win.
That sounds awful.
Mate, I'm dying to go to the toilet in a minute, don't you worry. I'll put you already in the toilet.
Oh, not Schwann's toilet. Fucking hell.
Yeah, shitbox everywhere.
Yeah, that's a shitbox there.
So you do golden showers and you also do skat as well?
I also do skat, yeah.
So what is that?
Skat's just messy play, so basically me shitting on the face.
Oh my God.
So explain to me.
Or on their body, or they can buy chocolate truffles if they want me to make them.
Chocolate truffles.
They eat them?
So
I put nuts in them so they taste a little bit tastier and vanilla
How
essence.
do you eat nuts or do you put them in afterwards?
Yeah, I put the nuts in, the truffles and vanilla essence and flour and shit.
Oh,
Mix
so
it all up.
is it an extra?
Oh my God, no,
is it
mate.
extra? Is it an extra cost to have crunchy?
Absolutely.
Oh my God! You know when you get peanut butters and they're smooth and crunchy.
Yeah.
You've
No,
got the 2 options.
Yeah.
no.
I tend to do
It's making me sick.
always, unless they've got an allergy. I don't do nuts, but yeah.
Imagine asking, "Do you have any allergies?" before you eat my shit.
Do you need to watch what you're eating before? Like, do you have to ask them before you shit?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, mate.
I'm such a drama queen.
If you ever see my TikToks and I'm in my local curry house, it's normally because I've got skat the next day.
Oh my God. What am I hearing?
Do you know that pungent smell?
Oh no.
Wait, so they prefer it smellier?
It's what I prefer, my darling. Listen, if you're going to do the job, let's do it right. Let's do it like, let's go for it, the max, yeah?
No, I got. I think two more that I want to know. We're still on your website here. So there's one called. Well, there's a couple. I don't even know what these are. I don't know if we've done this. Fixations.
Yeah. So something they're fixated on, I will tease them and tempt them to the end.
So what's like a fixation?
They're normally fixated on my tits.
Okay.
So you would be fixated on big dicks because that's what you always talk about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one for you. Yeah, that's one
loves
for
big
you.
dicks.
He loves them.
Interesting one, wasn't it?
Clinical games.
Yeah, so that's in the medical room.
Oh, I'd pass out.
Yeah. So in most dungeons, there's like the whole dungeon room with the chains and the tie up, the love swings and all the props, the whips, the canes, the floggers. And then there's another room, not in all dungeons, but the ones that I tend to work in. That's when I get dressed up as a nurse. And you come into my medical room and you're really sick. And I have to really, really make you better in the way that I want to with needles and pins. And, I try to do surgery. Doesn't always work out. But they're quite happy to have a biopsy sometimes.
What
Biopsy?
surgery?
Yeah, a biopsy. So I'll cut a little piece of their skin out and put it in my little box so
No.
I own them.
That doesn't.
No. So you'll take on, like, a client will come to you. You'll put them in like a medical room.
Well, they say, I want to be owned by you, mistress. How do I go about being owned by you? So I mark them you know, like harder than that. That's I own them then when I've marked them.
So where do you
or
cut?
I
Where do you cut a bit of their? You cut a bit of their flesh, or
yeah, around their balls.
No.
oh,
When you say round their balls, you mean like their ball sack?
Yeah, because it's just skin. You can take a little bit of that off.
the whole body.
Just stay away
skin.
from the veins. Yeah,
Oh my!
you can't be squirmish in this game.
No, when it comes to that, I think you can.
Oh, mate, I think I need a break for a minute. This is fucked. I need to have a break.
You actually feel sick.
For real.
What the fuck? How much would like a dom session be then?
Okay, so if you're going to go for basic CP, like corporal punishment, a little spanking on the arse, you know, over the knee, spanking the bum with a hand, you can start from £75 for 20 minutes. But if you're going full dominatrix in a dungeon or with my equipment props, we're looking at starting about $2.50 an hour. Yeah. First session has to be an hour. I don't take any less.
And what's the longest session you do?
I did 22 hours last week.
Fucking hell.
22 hours.
But that doesn't mean that I charge them $2.50 an hour, because
Discount.
obviously when you do a long session like that, it's just a basic pay.
Did you have any testicles left by the end of it?
It's not all about that. As we know, it's about psychological conversations,
22
humiliation.
hours.
Yeah, but I have a dominatrix bed, so we do sleep. So I have a bed with a cage underneath it. So he sleeps in the cage underneath me
Oh my god!
while I sleep. And then I stay because he has to get up in the morning and make me breakfast.
Did you get a pillow?
Absolutely not.
Oh fuck!
So you've just got slaves constantly.
Yeah. Subs, I like to call them.
Wow.
So when you're there, where are your kids?
When I'm there at school, in
No,
bed.
but when you're sleeping there and the slave is sleeping in the cage below,
Mhm.
is this like near where you live or what?
No, not at all. Sometimes I go overnight. Sometimes I go for a few days. You know, they have a dad, and I have people that help me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So
they're not just abandoned.
I was just trying to figure out whether or not like
Bad mum.
you go. No, I was trying to figure out whether or not you go to sleep like in this dungeon underneath your house, and the slave is there. Then you go upstairs afterwards after you've just tortured this guy for 22 hours. Then just cooking breakfast for your kids.
Well, normally that is basically what happens, but my kids know everything. They know everything I do. They, you know, I look after my children. I put a roof over their head. They have a lovely life, and they have no qualms about it. I mean, I won't say how old he is, but one of my sons is doing photography, and he's taken many pictures for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like sexual photos.
What's sexual? I mean, it's more sexual on a beach, I'd say. But in my underwear, yeah.
Right.
But he sees me walking around naked in the house, so I'm his mum. It's not.
So your
No.
son's taking photos of you in your underwear?
I've
Yeah.
never seen my mum naked.
That would traumatise me.
Josh, you have, haven't you?
See my mum naked?
I swear wasn't it that you said that last week?
I have a pair of knickers on, but you know,
Mm.
Yeah, I've
Right.
seen my mum in her underwear. Yeah,
exactly.
Who said that they kissed their mum?
no, that definitely wasn't me.
Oh, was it the
Different subject.
someone said it? Well, we had someone
I don't remember.
who the last guest we had. Remember, his fetish was to see his mum naked.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
We had another guest on last week, and their fetish was to fuck their mum.
No, she was explaining
Yeah.
what the guy liked.
Yeah, it wasn't her, but
Yeah.
they had a client, and their fetish was to fuck their mum. So she would have to reenact being her mum.
Taboo.
Because what was it?
Okay.
He grew up with like seeing his mum like walk like.
Yeah, he's got
They
like
can see
a
the episode if
fascination
they
of
wanna know
like
more
having
about
sex
it.
with his mum.
What I need to know is how does like a food fight become sexual?
It's called sploshing.
Sploshing.
Yeah, it doesn't become sexual, but I had a foreign guy that came to me obviously in his country they do it differently. He thought that we'd be able to do sploshing, and then he had to do some noshing on me.
Sploshing and noshing.
That's not going to happen. And he was like, I've paid you. I went, absolutely, for sploshing. There's no noshing going on. The only thing you're going to nosh are my toes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So sploshing is just like getting food.
Yeah, it's a fetish where people like seeing food, like cream and sludgy food all over bare skin. So it's quite fun.
Look at Schwann's face.
Or like chocolate syrup and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that weird, though.
Cream
There's
cake,
no torture involved.
custard.
We
I
are-
mean, I've definitely heard weirder stuff today.
Do you do like macro-friendly food? No.
What? Like chicken breasts or something, mate?
No, like a low-fat custard, I don't know.
0 calorie syrup.
What are you talking about, mate?
They
Like
might be
a
on a
protein yogurt or something?
Yeah.
Shock you would bring that up.
So do you like take food items and like put them in places, or do you just like put it on them?
I do lots. Do it all.
So what do you do? Like,
So I have, so I get ginger. I do a lot of pegging, you know.
do you?
Yeah, but if I'm doing, say I'm doing cock and ball torture, for instance, I buy big chunks of ginger and I shape them into butt plugs. And then I have my own homemade chili oil that I soak the ginger in all night. So while I'm doing cock and ball torture, I strap the ginger, stick it up their arse with the chili. And ginger's spicy anyway, but it's been soaked in chili all night. So that goes up their arse as a little prod, a little fig in, and then gives them extra. Kind of takes the pain, takes the pain away from the actual cock and ball torture, because it's, you try putting chili up your arse.
No.
Well, when you've had like
You
a
said
hot
that a little
curry,
bit
and
too quickly.
you know,
Huh?
when you have like a hot curry and you go for a shit, it kind of comes out, you know.
I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
spicy.
It's not going in, mate. I
Yeah,
don't,
but I
put,
guess
I
it'll
don't,
be
put
a
the
lot.
curry, don't put the curry up my arse. I don't eat it that way, mate. And then just start spitting it out.
What was the most extreme client you've had?
Extreme. I mean, my brain functions differently to yours. Extreme.
I don't know about mine, but maybe theirs.
What's extreme? You thought skat was extreme.
No, I didn't. Explain what extreme would be to you.
To me,
Yeah.
all of this
That'll
is
be
extreme.
anything. For
Everything
Sean, it'll
that
be
we've-
everything. Yeah.
I'm more vanilla, mate.
I'm vanilla bean.
No, I want to know, has there been any point where you've been like, wow, this is actually impressive. This guy can really take it.
Yeah. I had one guy come to me with no safe word.
No safe word.
Yeah. So I try and sit him down and say, look, we can have 3 stages. So it's not a safe word, but we'll say 3 things that are connected to each other. So it may be animals, dog, monkey, chicken, whatever order you want to do it alphabetically so you remember what it is. But he didn't want any safe word. He said, absolutely not. I just want you to beat me up. I just want you to hurt me. I need punishing, mistress. I've been really bad. Okay, this is the scenario. Asked him for 2 days about a safe word and he kept saying no, no, no. So he came to me. I haven't seen him again.
What did you do?
He couldn't cope with me touching him above the neck, but he didn't state that before. And because he's telling me there's no safe word, I'm powdering him.
You fucked his shit up.
Fucked his shit up
What did
for
you
the
do?
hour.
What did you do though?
His bollocks were probably 3 times the size before he got to me. He had bruises all over his legs and arms. His face wasn't a pretty sight. And I think I had to put a nappy on him to go home because he was the blood was pouring, because I have big nappies for certain clients. I've never seen him again though. And he did say afterwards, he went, I've never had anyone hit me above the shoulders and I don't like it. I said, well, that's something you should have stated before you come to see me.
As in
Hit
you were
him
like
again.
hitting him in the face,
Yeah.
like punching him,
Yeah.
or
MMA trained.
wow.
Oh my god.
So when you say you wore a nappy and he had to wear it home, where
I
was he
don't wear a
bleeding from?
nappy.
No, him.
Yeah.
Where was he bleeding from? His dick, his
His
arse?
bum. Yeah.
What did you
Not
put
his
up his
bum,
bum?
no, his arse, like his cheeks, where I'd caned him so much.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, what if he? I don't even know what to say.
Mate, tell me about it.
I don't know.
If he decided to go to the police,
I've got a paper trail of him
Oh, you-
telling me what he wants me
okay.
to do.
okay, and
So-
that's, is that allowed?
What?
Do they sign like a waiver going?
No.
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 You should probably get that.
Yeah, I have spoken about that these days, especially now. It's, you know, it's quite extreme, more extreme than it used to be.
So how can you describe like what this guy looked like? As I want to just picture.
What
Was he
colour
like? Was he old? Was he an old guy?
He had a few tattoos on his face, a beard, tattooed body.
No.
One of your mates, like
Just average Joe.
just an average guy. Like he owns
So-
a pub actually.
So how does he
In
go back
Surrey.
and explain? Like he's got bruises and blood all over him.
Not my problem.
I bet he went back and went, yeah, I got in a fight, beat them up.
Yeah, there are some clients that come and say I can't be marked, cannot be marked. Okay, you can have one little mark in the middle of your cheek. Say you fell down the stairs. Yeah. So I do it with their pants on.
So, what's been your worst experience doing this?
Obviously, there's lots of danger elements to meeting people that you don't really know. You know, it's like, you know, when anyone that you go and see that you have never met before, you know, if it's a date or anything like that. But this, because, you know, I'm in my underwear, you're very vulnerable. I have handcuffed someone to a radiator before.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Sometimes men come to you and they're quite aggressive. They don't actually know what it's about. There's a lot of angry men out there that think, you know, women should know their place. So they've come to me for the wrong reason, you know.
Right,
Sounds
okay.
like smart men, that.
Not that smart, darling. I wouldn't like to cross me. So yeah, I that has happened. I've had to leave, you know, but along with that, I've taken his wallet. So, you know, he's not going to go to the police.
Yeah.
You just robbed him.
Yeah.
Well, what was he trying to do?
Just being too heavy-handed on me. You're not allowed to touch me. Don't touch me. So then I start playing a game and get the handcuffs out, and that's it. Do you know what? You fucking pissed all over my boundaries.
But
Where
where does he go from? Like, you've obviously handcuffed him to the radiator.
Yep, handcuffed into the radiator. I've gone away and I've come back with my driver, and then we've released him.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, because, you know, I've got a driver outside. I've got 3 phones. I've got a work phone, a regular phone, and a burner. Yeah.
I feel like you're a gangster.
G. Queenie G.
How did you get a client from a funeral?
Funerals are the best place to get clients, older clients, because, you know, when they all die, I go in full dominatrix to a funeral. So I go in like tight leather pants, full length leather Mac, big 9-inch shoes, full makeup, nails, yeah, the lot.
Well, are you invited to these funerals?
Of course. I live opposite a cemetery. I'll just pop over there every now and then. No, I'm invited to funerals. I hang out with old men. I go to lots of funerals.
And then you pitch your services there. Would you hand out that?
I don't need to pitch my services. By the end of the night, after they've had a drink, they approach me and ask me, "Mistress, will you be my mistress?"
How do they know you're a mistress?
It's not hard, mate.
It's my
Come
job.
on. Leather pants.
What do you mean? I wouldn't go up to her and assume, can you put a nail down my cock?
No, how she was dressed, I definitely
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
exactly. If you're into that, you would know.
No, but let's just cut to the chase. Let's just be basic about it. It's my job. I'm not ashamed of it. Everyone knows what I do.
No, I'm not saying you're to be ashamed of it at all, but I'm saying,
Well, that's
how would I have known?
That's how they know, because everyone knows me. So, you know, when I turn up like that, and you imagine everyone going, "That's the dominatrix. She's the dominatrix." What?
I'd like to think
Yeah.
you would know. If
Yeah, and by the end of the night, I get old women coming up to me going, "Oh, I didn't know you were a matrix." Because the Chinese whisper's gone round and they've missed the dom and 8 bit out. Yeah.
So they would come up to you whilst the funeral's going on, and then what? Book in.
Well, I'd give them a business card.
Have you ever had like a fetish that's been so weird that you've been like uncomfortable to do it?
Absolutely. Yeah. With animals.
Right.
Oh my God.
So you don't do bestiality.
It's illegal, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't go near it anyway.
So you've had clients ask for bestiality.
I've had clients. There's a story I can tell you. I can't really tell it on here because it's a legal story. But
Let's talk hypothetical.
hypothetical. I had a member of the police force contact me. Hypothetically, yeah. Well, I've said it now. And it's you can tell what industry someone's in. If someone rings up and says, "Can I do some work with you with my canine?" You know that's not a member of the public. You know that they're in the A force when they're using words, like that.
What did he ask to do with the canine?
Doggy.
Literally.
Wait, what? You?
No, him.
Wait, so he wanted
Me.
you to put the dog inside him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And in terms of bestiality, that's the only thing you would not really go near.
I won't go near any of it.
Yeah, but as in like that category, you wouldn't do. Anything else is fair game pretty much. And you never like have sex with your clients or anything like that.
No. But do you know what? Listen, as I say to everyone, I'm human and I'm an adult. So if there's someone that I think, do you know what? You're going to pleasure me today. Absolutely. Why not?
And do you find it hard to separate being a dominatrix when you're in bed with someone?
I don't get in bed with anyone.
No one.
I had a partner for
So you don't have
years.
sex?
Nah.
Do you think this has ruined your like normal sex life?
No, I'm 49. I've had an amazing sex life.
Yeah, but
I love sex.
How long have you been doing this for?
I love sex, okay? I would love to meet someone. I'd love to have sex. I'd love to do that shit. But you got to step up to the mark. I'm treated like a queen.
Exactly. There you go. So don't you think that because of what you do, you've like painted an image of what the man should be, and that you are not going to find that in a normal relationship?
Well, if I'm not going to find it, it's because it's not out there for me. Because I have boundaries. I have expectations. I know how much I'm worth. I know what I deserve. I know myself, and they have to treat me like a lady. The first date is, I went on a date. When did I go on a date? 3 weeks ago, with a guy, an older guy. I got there at 9:15. I was home by 10:30. By the time I'd sat down to dinner, I'd ordered my Uber and said, "I'm going, goodbye."
Why's that?
Just wasn't on point. Like,
you like a gentleman, like a proper gentleman.
Absolutely.
Chivalrous.
Yeah, I look after my man. So I expect you to treat. Listen, when a man is a gentleman and takes control, the lead of the relationship, a woman is a woman. When a man doesn't act like a man around a woman, the woman becomes the alpha male and leaves and takes over. And the man turns around and says she's a bitch. That's what happens.
I actually agree.
That's what happens. So if you're a man and you look after your woman, treat her like you want her to be with you, she's going to be a lady and she's going to look after you.
Okay, but don't you see how that's difficult, seeing as you are so dominant?
Not in a relationship, I'm not.
Exactly, though, but because you play this, like, you obviously play this dominant role with all your submissives, you have a way, an aura around you that a lot of men will struggle to overcome.
They're not right for me then. Because all the people that come to see me are submissive, so I have to be dominant. That's my job, okay? The men that I want around me to treat me like a woman, I don't want them to be submissive. I don't want to be working at home.
Yeah.
I want them to be the man. I want them to, me to be their first thought.
So you want a traditional man?
Yeah, and I will treat you like the biggest bag of gold you have ever experienced, let me tell you.
Okay, what if you found a guy who was traditional and treated you like a gentleman, but he said, "I'm not comfortable with your work"?
then he's not the strong man that I need. He
No,
can't
I
be a
mean,
strong man.
I think that if you want a traditional relationship, what is a traditional relationship? He wants you and him to be just one item together. He doesn't want other men involved. So if he said, I'll look after you, you don't have to worry about anything anymore, nothing financial, anything. He will look after you. But he doesn't want you to do that line of work anymore. But you can do whatever you want that makes you happy, but he's not comfortable with other men being around you, touching you or seeing you naked and you found, you thought he was perfect. Would you consider quitting?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought he was perfect for saying that to me in the first place. But what I would consider, if he was the alpha that I wanted and I wanted to be in a relationship with him, that's a conversation that we would have. As long as he can pay my bills and give me the lifestyle that I lead, I'm not sure there's a problem.
Yeah.
This
is what I try to tell like a lot of guys who like watch like Andrew Tate and stuff like that. They demand like respect from a woman, but they can't provide what you need to demand respect.
Exactly.
You can't be a bum working in McDonald's and expect a 10 out of 10 girl to fucking respect you and follow you and do everything that you want. You need to be a man worthy of respect to demand respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get respect from giving respect, totally,
But like, you enjoy doing it.
I love it.
Exactly. So like, would you be comfortable? Okay, I'm not going to do anything. He's paying for my bills now. I'm going to stop doing it, even though you do enjoy doing it. Do you understand?
It'll be a different life, though. I'm guessing for her.
It would be a completely different life, and I'd have to be at that stage where I wanted to finish work, to end my job, my career. I've got other little things in the pipeline that are going off it, so I won't have to do this all the time. But I love it. I really enjoy it, and I think when you love something, there's nothing. People say to me about success. I think success is being in a job and doing something that you really love. It's not about how much money you earn. It's about success. It's about being somewhere in a place in your life where you are thriving and you love getting up in the morning and going and doing your job. That's the greatest success in my eyes.
Right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I feel like we've learned a lot. I know I say this at the end of the podcast, but we have learned a lot in this podcast.
We have.
That was insane.
I want to do you a poem.
You want to do us? Yeah, let's end it on a poem.
Because I do poetry. I'm going to bring out a poetry book on the clients and the experience I have with them.
How long is this poem first?
It's not that long, darling.
Okay.
Not at all. Let me see.
I want to hear this.
Okay, what do we want? It's a messy game. Dungeon stank of subs and wank.
Whoa, that one sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Look in the camera as you do it.
I'm reading, but...
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
try and look in the camera, though, because we'll make it a clip.
Okay. The dungeon stank of wank. Oh, sorry, let's start again. Wank on the brain. No. Okay. The dungeon stank of subs and wank. Not a familiar smell to most, and definitely not the time to boast. Sticky props and big fat locks, whips and canes, there's even reins. Boys dress as girls and girls take control. Reminiscing of times it was hard to let go. On go the straps, in goes the gag, when really I think all he wants is a shag. Stockings to follow, corset for sure. All that I ask is that you shut the front door.
Hey!
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah.
Do all that there. Thank you very much for coming
Thank you.
on. We'll see you in the next one.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.